we have gathered here to celebrate the stars, our celestial diamonds studded on VSA's fabric. Our grade 12 graduates, a beacon of light, the symbols of hope, guidance and success, will be embedded in the vast celestial picture book of VSA, heralding an intelligent accomplishment that will usher them into a new cultural firmament. The approaching end is just a dawning to embark on many professional chapters. Hence, the air is alive with the whispers of congratulations, the cheers of encouragement, and the applause of admiration. So let us cherish this moment's delight and celebrate the stars who promise something greater. I, Mrs. Bindu Ranjit, will be your official host for this event. I am happy to be accompanied by Ritvik Kenka and Adya Kanchan from ISC level. It is a great privilege to welcome the esteemed gathering. It's a great honor to welcome the chief guest for the day, Mr. K. Unnikrishnan, retired officer, Indian Space Research Organization and father of Ashoka Chakra awardee, Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan. Requesting Dhruti Jain to welcome sir. We are also privileged to welcome Mr. Ravi Pai, Joint Managing Trustee, VSCG Schools. We are absolutely delighted to have with us our Head of School, Ms. Kalai Selvi, our senior leadership team, members of the management, colleagues, other distinguished guests, parents, grandparents, and the stars of the show, our graduating batch of 2025-26. Before we begin with the proceedings of the ceremony, we request everyone present here to please put your cell phones on silent mode to be in the moment and enjoy the event.
Lighting a lamp holds a multitude of profound implications and resonances. It symbolizes the triumph of knowledge over ignorance, hope over despair, and light over darkness. We commence the ceremony with the lighting of the lamp. To light the lamp, may I invite our honorable guests over to the dais. May I call upon Mr. and Mrs. Unnikrishnan, Selvi ma'am, and Rituvali ma'am. I now request Sindhu ma'am and Chaitra ma'am to initiate the invocation song.
Jyoti kalash chalke, Jyoti kalash chalke, Jyoti kalash chalke, Jyoti kalash chalke, Hue gulabi लाल सुनहरे रंग डल बादल के ज्योति कलश छलके घर आंगन वन उपवन उपवन करती ज्योति अमृत से सिंचन मंगल घट ढल के मंगल घट ढल के कलश छलके पात पात बिरवा हरियाला धरती का मुख हुआ उजाला सच सपने कल के सच सपने कल के ज्योति कलश छलके ज्योति कलश छलके हुए गुलाबी लाल सुनहरे रंग दल बादल के ज्योति कलश छलके.
Witnessing the lamp being lit may it inspire us all. The flame's upward movement, defying gravity, stands as a symbol of our quest for knowledge, upliftment, and the resolve to rise above all challenges. It stands as a testament to the power of light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance. Thank you all. Kindly please take your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together to welcome our brightest stars as they walk up the dais with enormous pride and grace. Each star, a note, its celestial music and rhythm, etched to highlight whispers of victories. Our graduates take the stage draped in pink, indicating a positive outlook on their future. The color representing the dedication and the artistic spirit of the graduates.
Their caps sit high upon their heads with hopes and dreams that lie ahead. The robe they wear, so neat and long, remind us that they have been brave and strong. The graduating batch shine like stars on this special day, each one carrying a unique light lit by years of challenge, learning, and growth. Just as the stars illuminate the night sky, our graduates will brighten the world with their dreams, talents, and determination. It is with immense pride and joy that we acknowledge the exceptional talents, unwavering passion, and unrelenting dedication of this remarkable batch. Their presence has illuminated the classroom, fostering an environment of curiosity, empathy, and mutual respect.
Presenting to you our cohort, resolute in spirit and radiant in promise, the noble batch of this auspicious year. Resilient, brilliant, determined, fearless, and the dynamic batch of 2025-2026. The heavenly torches twinkling in the night.
Faith is a candle you carry into the wind, trusting it will still burn. Can we request everyone to rise for the school prayer? Requesting Gurudat and Arna to lead the school prayer.
The prayer begins. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. We request everyone to be seated.
We are a land of many religions and cultures, and we truly believe in the supreme oneness. Prayers have enormous power, and drawing from different faiths can be a preeminent way to create a plethora of blessings. May I now request Nisha ma'am to read from the Holy Bible.
Check. The Bible passage is taken from the book of Psalm, chapter 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me along the right path. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You prepare a table before me, you anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The passage reminds us that God cares for us and He guides us. As you step into the future, trust that you have what you need to succeed. In the busy and sometimes overwhelming journey ahead, remember to seek peace and rest. Growth is not always about moving forward, but also about finding moments of calm. Challenges will come, but you will never be alone. Carry courage with you, knowing that even in difficult moments, you have support and strength. Remember that even in the presence of obstacles, you are blessed. Your life holds abundance, opportunities, and promises. As you move forward, dear children, know that goodness and love will always follow you. Your journey is filled with hope. God bless you, dear children.
فَيُنَبِّئُكُم بِمَا كُنتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. This verse teaches us that whatever we do in life matters. Our efforts, our hard work and our intentions are always seen by Allah and by the people around us. One day, we will be accountable for everything we do. So we should always try to be good, be sincere and give our best in whatever path we choose. As you step into your future, remember to work with honesty, stay strong in your values and never stop striving for excellence. May your journey ahead be filled with success, happiness and countless opportunities. Wishing you all a bright and promising future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Prabha ma'am to read from the Enchanting Vedas.
My humble namaskarams to one and all present here. Om Krishnaya Namaha. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 47. Karmanyeva digaraste ma paleshu katachana ma karma palahedur purmate sankospavan karmani. You have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities, nor be attached to inaction. Do your duty, but do not concern yourself with the results. The fruits of your action are not for your enjoyment. Performing action is integral to human nature. Having come into this world, we have all various duties determined by our family situation, social position, occupation, etc. The individual soul is a tiny part of God, and hence our inherent nature is to serve Him through all actions. Chapter 6, verse 26. Yedo nisharati manas sanchalamasstiram tadastado niyamaityat atman yeva vasham nayet. From wherever and whenever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Krishnaya Namaha. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
May I now request our head of school, Selvi ma'am, who is a passionate advocate for learning and growth, to address the gathering. Selvi ma'am's association with the school is since its inception in the year 1997 as a founding teacher, coordinator, deputy principal and head of school. Ma'am's personal educational beliefs align perfectly with Vidyashilp Academy's core values, along with the school's vision to enable children to do well and do good. Ma'am has created a culture of innovation and creativity where students feel encouraged to explore and learn.
Thank you, Bindu. Being here to celebrate our 21st graduation ceremony seems like that time truly travels at a much faster pace than what we really realize. I'm sure every parent who dropped their child at Vidyasagar or Vidyashilp in grade 1 will connect to this. The cohort size is 83, 70 of them have spent 16 years with us. So 13 students amalgamating in the group have really added value. Indeed, a very long association, and we have had the privilege of seeing them grow from toddlers to now as young adults ready to embrace the world's opportunities. On every graduation day, we do comment that the cohort is very special. Do we just say that, or is there a validation to that acknowledgement? While thinking about it, my time travel paused on a particular day in 2016. The day when 2,500 students assembled in our old campus main sports field on the eve of Independence Day celebration. With a deep desire to present a sense of Shilp community, we had invited two special guests absolutely befitting the occasion. One can imagine 2,500 Shilpites are grade 1 to 12 gathered in one place, known for their high energy and exuberance, more importantly, the freedom which they wish to exercise at all times. I agree, it's definitely Vidyashilp's commitment to offer them with an unwavering optimism that they will use the freedom responsibly. Our anxiety about will they behave well, will they be patient enough was absolutely heightening. After the initial introduction, our guest started the address. Just with the first few lines, one could sense a change in the air. Suddenly, the energy started converging and there was absolute silence. As the narration progressed, the receptivity of our children, especially when the last words of the brave officer during the Mumbai terror attack was shared by the father, their sensitivity was distinct. Trust me, that day we realized the power of genuine response and the greatest reassurance that our Shilpites rise to the need. They knew how and when to be responsible and empathetic. On that day, a group of young children from Phase 1 very affectionately prepared some special cards for the couple who lost their son for the country, and they are none other than the batch seated here. They demonstrated a very distinct emotional connect and brought a healing smile for both of them. We are so happy that our invitation to be part of this special day was accepted by Sandeep's parents, Major Sandeep's parents. Thank you so much for being here. On behalf of our trustees, parents, students and colleagues, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude for your presence. I see it as a great blessing for our graduating batch. This class is yet another testimony to our school's philosophy and ethos. They are proving silence is strength, and strength is mutual support. We are amazed at their innovation and enterprise spirit. A silent strength who is sitting there one day came and he was sharing about his pandemic experience. During the pandemic, I believe his parents' investment of 40,000 rupees on cabbage or tomato crop completely got destroyed due to a fungal infection. While his parents were fine to let go, he took the challenge to put his theoretical knowledge to practical application. Interacting with some professors at Monash University and with the support of his uncle and family, he was successful in calibrating the best menu for tomato cultivation. The agri-based solution startup's revenue today is, I don't know if you would be okay, he says it's in crores. If I remember correctly, 1.2 crores is what he said. And we were so impressed about how children are looking at problems as an opportunity. And these are the kind of representations that we have, optimistic Shilpites. On another occasion, randomly a few students were requested to share their product launch ideas with some of our visitors who represented the Atal Innovation Mission. And we also had some neighboring school leaders. The one who's calmly sitting in the front row spoke about her Nidra mattress. Her explanation on using the use of NASA technology, understanding of the material science, conviction on cost effectiveness, promotion of health and wellness benefits, in fact compelled one of those principals to check where it was available for her to order it. Be it science, math, humanities, creative arts, management, each one seemed to be having a very clear and interesting path forward. They are definitely breaking certain assumptions that only international curriculums lead to global destinations. The cohort has secured admissions in several universities across the globe and within India. To just share a few, all the UCs, University of California, San Diego, Irvine, Davis, Santa Barbara and Riverside, University of Washington, Seattle, Massachusetts, Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, Ohio State University, the Kelly School of Business. In UK, University of Edinburgh, York, Bristol, Birmingham, St Andrews. In Australia, University of Sydney, Melbourne, ANU, Monash, Adelaide, Queensland. They're also exploring destinations in Spain and Netherlands. Within the country, IIM Bangalore, Ashoka, OP Jindal, Vidyashilp University, Flame, Shivnada, Masters Union, who have supported us a lot, Ajim Premji, BITS, Mahe, Christ, and several others. If we can't go to the mountain, bring the mountain is their philosophy. So some of them are also exploring universities within Bangalore, the University of Liverpool and University of York. So the very fact that their ability to secure and earn seats in so many distinct universities is a testament to what they have in store for us. Just one student in the group, along with the rigorous ISC curriculum, completing various certified coursework from Dartmouth College for Environmental Science, UPenn for Entrepreneurship, University of Michigan for AI Application, Google and IBM for Digital Marketing, Cybersecurity and Project Management, and from Duke and UIUC, Sustainability and Supply Chain, simply speaks about their realization that tomorrow's workspaces are no more going to be working in silos, and having an interdisciplinary understanding is the need of the hour. We're extremely happy with what they have been able to offer to us as experience. Each one on this dais is nurtured to be a unique individual, a commitment that we did make 16 years before, and this wouldn't have been possible definitely without the unwavering support that we have been able to receive from all the parents here, and of course the wholehearted dedication of our faculty. I do not wish to give any words of advice to them because I think we have the best person with us, the chief guest, who will speak from his heart, and having heard him speak 10 years back and the impact that it had, I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude and request him to come and address. With his experience and knowledge, I'm sure like even one or two messages, if they are able to take it, we will be extremely happy. To conclude, I really wish each one a very bright future and pray for your success and happiness.
Thy words, man, did fall like starlight on the young minds, leaving a glow that time shall not outshine. So fair thy counsel, wise and richly spun, to guide them forever, though now thy speech be done. Your speech always showcases anecdotes and achievements related to the batch, and this in turn exemplifies the true leader you are. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request our chief guest, Mr. K. Unikrishnan, to address the graduating batch. Mr. K. Unikrishnan is a retired ISRO officer who has served the nation in the field of space research and technology. He is widely respected as the father of Major Sandeep Unikrishnan, a brave officer of the National Security Guard who sacrificed his life during the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks while saving civilians and fellow soldiers. Known for his humility, strength, and deep sense of patriotism, Mr. Unikrishnan continues to uphold the legacy of his son through his dignified presence and interactions with the public. He represents the courage and resilience of families of India's armed forces personnel. He is further recognized as the father of Ashoka Chakra awardee Major Sandeep Unikrishnan, and is also associated with the memorial and tribute initiatives honoring the heroes of 26/11. Sir will be the best person to bring about a clear perspective to the batch on leadership that goes beyond titles, focusing on action, integrity, and putting others first. We welcome you, sir.
I don't know how to start. I'm still undecided how to address you. I was thinking to address the outgoing students as my children, but I find them much larger than that. I never expected that these people have grown up this much by the standard 12th. And of course, my grandson himself is almost 1 foot long, taller than me. But seeing them in a group, it is quite astonishing. So I am forgetting how to address you. Madam Principal, respected man, so they wanted to ensure that I attend this function, and there was one inquiry, your availability. The second one, teachers came, and finally to ensure that the ma'am herself has come. So it's a 3-tier invitation for us. We could not reject. Nowadays we have reduced to go out and address people. Really, I'm nervous. So, this school I have been observing from the days you were working in the other campus. And the way the roads were not as clear as this previously. Your school children and their parents were obstructing traffic always, and it gave. And then I used to curse them. I drive very rarely, and we had to wait for 10-15 minutes on that road before that side road was built. So I am noticing you all from that day onwards, for even though it is a negative purpose. My wife advised me, because she knows my nature, no negative thinking, no negative outburst. But negativity is very good sometimes. You learn from failures. If it is a success always, so you will never know failure, and then you will not realize who you are. I can quote from I studied in all governmental schools, aided schools, and finally in high school I studied in an atmosphere where nothing was available. No bathrooms, no drinking water, no canteens, no lunch, nothing. So we studied in such schools. The standard of education was too low. I'm sorry, I have to introduce myself in that manner. You will realize that. So, but I was so fortunate that we had some village teachers. Now I called them as village teachers because they were coming in dhotis and torn shirts and this thing like that. Their salary was very, very, very low at that time. And most of them were from very, very low background, economically I'm talking about. But my fortune is that several of them had given us sound advice, which leads me still. The first advice was that you learn from failures, that I quoted already. And no value for education actually if it is not useful for the common man. Those days I am talking about 60 years back, almost 60 years back. So when we were asking them how to go about in our future, there is nothing, there is no job opportunities in Kerala. We don't know any other language, not even able to speak in English and Hindi. So how will we go about it? So the advices they gave us was so stern that get out of fear. There is nothing you have to fear because you have nothing to lose. you should be thinking that doing something for others in some way. So if you are, I'll quote in Malayalam. I don't know how many people, I will translate also. നിങ്ങളുടെ വയറ് നിറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിലും മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, അതാണ് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ കാര്യം. So that means, if your stomach is empty also, to give something for others, see, that is the thing. So I don't know where from that kind of an advice. There are lot of advices in the process. I will even tell you all those things. They were not professionally qualified. They were not professionally trained. So the TTC, that is Teachers Training Course or something like that, was there as a training. Nowadays it is all changed. I know that. Now IT is replaced by AI is replaced by something else. And still we are fighting each other. The world is full of wars. Now we were thinking that there is no war, no, it will happen. We are living in an era where people are killing each other. And we were thinking that, in democracies, people will take a combined decision, but one person is taking all the decisions. Now Trump and Netanyahu is doing everything. You have no say for that. So tragedy is still there, but everything is I don't know how to explain all those things, but things are worst still. Advices are there, we are not implementing any of them. So that is the situation. I'm so glad that the children I have met 10 years back are sitting here in this podium. And my advice to them, I had decided that I will not give any advice by my experiences only. I came from a very, very backward family. Even those days, none around us was affluent. So affluent and all, the word meaning itself, I learned very, very late. So how I acquired. I didn't have college education in my career or in my education. I studied only up to 10th standard. Of course, I studied 11th standard and I got a certificate for 10th standard because it was the changing time. In Kerala, SSLC was 11 years. And when I went to 8th standard itself has become 7th standard. So something like that. 1 year I lost in between. I don't know where it is to Udutta idini anta helbodu now. So that was the situation. When I was 4 years old, I went to my sister's school and then started sitting with her. The school was just next door. So the teacher said that, you are not supposed to sit here, you will disturb others. But I was an obedient person. I was not a student at all, but I was just observing everybody. And one teacher took me to the first standard and then told me to sit there. Maybe 3 months would have passed at that time. And then when the results came, my name was there as passed. So that was my education, beginning of my education. So informal. So I was 2 years ahead of my classmates. My age was 4 at that time. And when my teachers, at that time parents were just in the background. Only teachers were taking us from the elementary school to the primary school. And nobody checked my date of birth. And it continued. When I went to high school, then only I realized that I am 2 years ahead of my original age. So now I am 78 years old, but this June I will be completing 80 years by records. And only glad thing is that I will be starting getting my pension, 20% extra pension 2 years ahead of them. So these are the things, it's so simple. Life should be so simple as that. Luckily, I have no ailments, no BP, no sugar, nothing. And I don't think it is because of my heritage or anything like that. I was an abandoned child, for that matter. When I was born, at that time, there was no weighing of the child or anything like that. These are all, it will be useful for you, to see that how simple a person can be. So my grandmother said that no way of survival of this child, you just abandon that. So that was the advice given. And I survived up to 78 years. So, because that was the time of poverty, rice was not available because rice is the main staple food of Keralites. So they had no wheat eating or any other grain eating habits. So that much, what is that called? See, I was not taken care of by my mother in pregnancy. So this is my background. Other than that, there is no background for me. But I don't know, destiny is the other way. There was no guidance actually. Even I was not knowing after my pre-university course. At that time it was pre-university course. After that, what will I do? So I used to ask teachers or somebody who are known to that or something like that. I knew that engineering is there, MBBS is there, and there was not much management education at that time. I was not knowing about that. So after PUC, you go to BA, BSc and BCom. I was not knowing anything about it. So I asked my parents, you have money to admit me in the next school. So then my mother actually, she had only one gold chain in her. She removed that and then put it in my father's hand, said that you pay the fees and then admit him in the college. I felt really bad because at that time we were 6 children. And my father was working only 6 months and then another 6 months because of power shortage, there is no work. So I didn't explain anything like this in any gathering. But here I felt that, people should know that somehow or other, because you are keeping the 10 years back records, so now you will keep this also for another 10 years at least. So, yeah, see, I don't know where I stopped. So, that was the background. It was very, very, very bad situation, and I was not knowing what to do after my SSLC. I took the golden chain from my father's hand and then I put myself on my mother's neck. Then I decided that I will not disturb anybody. I want to work. I'll go for some work. Actually, I worked for some time. In the sense, there were small factories in our vicinity itself, and I started working slowly. And I knew that those days, typewriting and shorthand, to become a personal assistant, that was the best way. I joined that course and then I started paying fees from my earnings. It's not an achievement or something like that, but my family also would have done something like that. I had no proper dresses or anything like that, and I started my career like that. I took it very seriously. I passed 130 words per minute. I could write 130 words per minute in Pitman shorthand. I still remember some exercises, which actually changed my life. So there were some quotes from somewhere else. High hills grow less as we ascend them. That is a quote actually from somewhere else. High hills grow less as we ascend them. That which lightly got is little value. So one by one I started picking up all those things, and with meager income or meager facilities, I came up. So finally I got I think I am exceeding my time, is it not? So it has no relevance actually, but I got an interview letter from Electronics Corporation of India, Hyderabad. I left home, knowingly. I told my parents that I will not come back without getting a job. When I went to Hyderabad and then attended the interview and then I became the first man out of some 200, 300 people. So it's selections. But destiny played negative there also. So there were so many typists, those who know stenography. So they said that, the union said that, no, see, first clear them and then give the others. So I lost my, this thing like that. And then I cannot go back. I had only 200 rupees in my pocket when I left my thing like that. And then I came back. I came to Chennai, started working in a firm. No, that also a very, very big story, in a private firm. Then went to Blue Star Air Conditioning, and you know the company. From there I got a interview call in the ISRO, and then there also I became first. Because you don't need any kind of that kind of a what is that called, superfluous education or anything like that to strengthen like that. The need. I knew that, because if I fail in that, I will go back as a beggar, or otherwise I will have to take loads on my this thing like that, work as a coolie or something like that. So that is the inspiration I had. This is the lesson I wanted to tell you. It is not your parents. Don't depend on your parents for anything. Your parents are affluent, I know that. Most of them are affluent families, and they can help you in or something like that. But don't take that help. I'm talking to you. Be independent. Be independent. Be independent. Don't depend on your parents. Make your parents as your friends, not as benefactors or as facility giving people. So that will ensure your future. And one great thing you have to remember in life is that unless and until you are not willing to work or willing to do things, there is no meaning of acquiring knowledge. Your knowledge should be available. I heard one or two incidents that, madam was talking and then it was available, something like that. But I'm telling you, be independent. Make your parents your friends, not as, what is that called? So they will take you to task, the punishment or something like that. Nothing. Don't respect them in that respect. You respect them as your friends. You should be able to talk to your parents as you are talking to me or anybody else. No restriction should be there. You commit a mistake, admit to them, get their blessings for doing that. That you have done that, yes, come out of that. That's it. So simple. But if you are telling lies, then you will have to tell another lie for covering that lie, and then another lie for another thing. So don't do that. This is the best way in success. The first step in success is that, maybe many of you are in that category, but I'm telling you just like that, you make your parents your best friends. No parent can see your future as bad or anything like that. They are the first people and the last people. Those who see that, you are settled in your life comfortably. So, keep trust on them. And anything else, your friends or your classmates or your teachers or your professors or whoever, whatever it is, it's all come second. First is your parents. I appreciate that there's a very good presence of parents, and then, but parents also, I have something to say that. So don't think that your child is a child. I don't address them as their child. I was thinking that my children, I don't feel like addressing them as children. They are grown up, they have their freedom, they have all kinds of attractions outside. They may fall for that, but don't abandon them, even if they commit a small mistake. That's what I have done. Sandeep was my mentor, my friend, my son, my teacher, my everything. So don't think that I have lost my son. I have lost everything with one bullet. So that is a fact of life. I don't know how I clearly explained. So I am a proud parent. Now also, I don't believe in any superstitions or anything like that. I don't think that, gone man, no, see, Sandeep is with us or something like that. But still, when a decision is to be taken, I ask him, can I do that? And I like to believe that he is telling me yes or no, and I'm getting that answer. Maybe my mind itself is coming. I'm not a believer in God himself. So, sorry, ma'am, I'm going anything like that. As such, I don't believe in anything which is not present or which is not proven. So that should be the thing. So don't be afraid of anything. No, see, unless and until your mind is pure, small mistakes you commit, no problems. But the only thing is that my request to parents and grandparents is that see your wards, see your wards, I tell you that, see, they are not so bad. Analyze the mistake, the circumstances in which they have committed the mistake, and forgive them. And also, please feel free to speak to your parents and grandparents. It will be very nice. No, see, Mama, I have done this, or Papa, I have done this. I am sorry about it. So there is nothing better than that in day-to-day life. Thank you. So I have very little time, and I can speak, go on. My wife's main complaint is that no, I will never stop if you start talking. So thank you very much for inviting me. I am sure that 100% I don't deserve this kind of an honor. Still, no, see, you are very broad-hearted people. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Every sentence carried a purpose and every idea a possibility. We are sure that your voice is the one that motivated, and I'm sure that this message will linger on. Thank you, sir.
The graduation scroll is not just a tradition, but is a symbol of your academic achievement, dedication, and perseverance. May I now request Mr. Ravi Pai and our chief guest, Mr. Unni Krishnan, to grace the dais and hand over the scrolls to the graduates. Shatakirti, Khushi Nahar, Neva Shah, Niharika Muttana Kupanda, Anya Mukund Bogara, Ayman Ahmad, Chirantana N. Raju, Aryan KP. Gurudar, Vidya Kompella, Tushita Kapoor, Praniti Chandra, Swarnamala Sankar, Krishna Nagesh, Shrita Reddy Ketty Reddy, Sanat Rohit Chavla.
Anaga Srirangam, Niti Kothari, Prashant Satish, Tamara Ganpati, Bhuvan Bandari, Neha Jitesh, Yash Sai, Vishrut Srinath. Rakesh, Gokula Nanda, Diya Bhatia, Manvi Hemra, Aditi Kothari. Anika Bakshi, Hatmik Dotam Seti, Ruk Deepak, Sirat Kaur, Durga Bhatt, Saumil Rana, Anshit Agarwal, Kanishk Jha.
Anya Pinto, Gaurav Kothari, Smriti Kannan, Vishal Patil, Tisha Shah, Navya Murali, Atul Srirangam. Vidit Vishal, Arna Anand, Mahat Ramchandra, Bhavik Naidu, Anvesha Mehta, Shaurya Mishra, Anya Kumar, Ahan KP. Vihan Dev Burman, Kadambari Manivar, Manvi Verma, Sharva Devamani, Arav Chatti, Vihan Sayal, Dhruv Ravi Kumar. Dishana Mincheri, Khushi Rai, Junaid Hassan, Fateh Singh, Aryan Bharat, Anhad Ajwani, Vidhi Gajera, Sanjit Kali.
Vedika Shrimal, Neeraj Prenand, Chavi Jain, Vaishnavi Satish, Neev Jain, Aishwarya Bindushekar, Daksh Shrikant, Sahana Arun, Dev. Thank you, sirs. An alma mater oath is a solemn pledge of loyalty and gratitude, binding graduates to uphold the values, traditions, and reputation of their institution while serving society. May we now request Uday Kumar Sir, Lead Educator, Sports Department, to administer the oath. Requesting the students on the dais to rise, holding their scrolls in their left hand and to extend their right arm while administering the oath.
Children, kindly extend your arms forward, right hand forward. Thank you. And now repeat what I say. In the name of the Almighty, I pledge to rise up to every occasion, to be truthful to my conscience, to be a valuable citizen of my country, to be a compassionate member of the society, to preserve a conducive environment to my successors, to excel in every field of my choice, to make my alma mater proud of my achievements. Please be seated. I wish each one of you a bright future ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Let us now put our hands together to welcome Inaya and Vedant from Phase 1, who will help our graduates relive their special moments in school.
Hello everyone, I am Inaya from grade 5 and today feels a little emotional and very special as we anticipate this day 7 years from now. This is Vedant from grade 5 and we are both really excited to be here and to share this special moment with you. If schooling were a storybook, it would be filled with laughter, little adventures, big achievements and unforgettable moments. Today, we will turn a few of those pages and help our graduating seniors relive all the wonderful memories, reminiscences for you, to revive the little version of yourselves. Phase 1 at Vidyashilp Academy was never just about books. There were no tests or exams and that made learning so much more joyful. We explored, created, performed and discovered something new every day. From EVS exhibitions where projects were enthusiastically presented to every parent, whether they were interested or not, our excitement was always high. To dancing on stage during school events, I am sure you discover confidence in ways never imagined. In English classes, didn't you enjoy performing? You became storytellers, acted in plays, expressed yourselves and turned into different characters. And in Shilp Ganit, math became fun through dance, poems, games and of course, hands-on activities. And through Shilpi on events, we started learning speeches, practicing again and again. And slowly, our fear had turned into confidence. We even got opportunities to anchor for different events. Standing in front of everyone, speaking with courage and joy. And that made us believe in ourselves. One thing we all looked forward to was seeing our work in the school newsletter, Shilp Dev. I am sure you loved the class assemblies and presenting in front of everyone. Celebrations made school feel like home. From Christmas to making your own Ganesha idols and enjoying laddus during Ganesha Chaturthi and learning songs during Shilp Taram. Every moment was filled with joy. But honestly, some of our best memories were the simplest ones. Sharing food during lunch, laughing over the smallest little things, and rushing to play during breaks. We also loved our quiet moments in the library, reading our favorite books, and of course, annual sports day, full of energy, excitement, enterprise ventures, fair trade stalls, and sometimes a few injuries. But even those visits to the medical room became memories because we were cared for with so much love. When you first walked into school as little grade 1 children or older grade 11 students, everything felt new and a little unnerving. In the beginning, some of us felt unsure, maybe even a little lonely, but slowly we made friends who supported us, friends who held our hands, shared their snacks, and made school feel like a happy place. And before we knew it, our class became a family. And even if it wasn't, we would still try to act like one because it just felt so special. Our teachers made every moment enjoyable, from Children's Day celebrations to school trips, including overnight trips, which we will never forget. They always made sure we felt comfortable, included, and important. Even PTMs were special. Sitting with our parents while teachers spoke about us made us feel proud. And sometimes a little nervous too, especially when projects and internals were in the question.
These years were filled with laughter, learning, friendship and love.
It was about moments that made us feel special every day. And as we stand here today, ready to step into phase 2, wearing a new uniform and feeling just like little grown-ups,
we realized something important. It wasn't only about happy moments, but also about the times we felt unsure, faced challenges and discovered who we are.
Because every journey has light and moments that test us, and that is what makes us stronger.
Our journey in VSA was filled with many emotions.
But through it all, there was always warmth, care, and comfort. And with this, we come to the end of our little walk down memory lane.
Dear grade 12 students, as we move forward, we hope these memories reminded you of where it all began.
Of the little child who first walked into VSA, full of curiosity, excitement, and dreams. Today, you leave us confident and strong individuals in phase 2. And we are just beginning that journey. On behalf of all of you, we wish to thank our teachers, parents, and friends for making every moment so special. Thank you. On this special occasion, we wish to present to you the rendition Moonlight by Grace Vanderwall. Soft, calm, and full of warmth. It reminds us of the feeling of being safe, understood, and cared for, like a quiet, peaceful moment.
Almost like a conversation under the stars, please put your hands together for our grade 2 students for this beautiful performance of Moonlight. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Grade 2, for such a calm and heartwarming performance. You truly brought out the warmth of homeland. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, Vedant and Inaya. The passion you brought on stage was electric, and to our lovely singers for making us smile. I'm sure they were able to take each one of us down the memory lane and show us the power of memories that we create here.
Parents play an important role in providing a stable learning environment. They also help in advocating benefits for the student and the school community. May I request our parent representative, Father of Saumal Rana, to address the gathering. Professor Vikram Rana is a distinguished astrophysicist from the Raman Research Institute, Bangalore. He completed his PhD through the prestigious TIFR IISC Joint Astronomy Program following advanced astrophysics training at IISC and an experimental project at ISRO on detector characterization. Professor Rana spent over a decade at Caltech contributing to major space missions including NASA's NewStar and India's AstroSat. A leading expert in X-ray astronomy and space instrumentation, he has authored more than 130 research papers with over 6,000 citations. May I request Vihan Dev Burman to present the bouquet to Professor Vikram Rana.
Come, friend.
Good morning, all the teachers, all the parents, and of course the graduating class of 2026. Let me begin by thanking the school authorities, the head of the department, and all the teachers for giving me this opportunity to share my experience and of course the journey of my son, who has spent almost 2 years here. This is indeed a very happy and a proud occasion for all the parents watching our kids clearing a very important milestone in their life. We are all proud of you, and I'm sure all the graduates are also equally excited to step out of this school premises and going into a slightly wider and more competitive world of colleges and universities. I know you guys have gone through a lot of ups and downs in past couple of years, had prepared for a lot of exams, I'm sure all of you have the same journey as my son Somil, in terms of a lot of exams, starting from chapter tests to unit tests, vivas, practicals, and of course the final exam. But believe me, all of these things you can consider as a preparation for the upcoming world, which is full of a lot of new challenges and the deadlines. So consider this all as a preparation for that. From the parent's perspective, as a parent, our deepest wish is very simple. We want our kid to realize its full potential. And we want them to succeed in their life, no matter what they choose to become. Okay. Whether they want to become a scientist or a doctor, engineer, entrepreneur, artist or sports person, doesn't matter. Whatever they want to become, we want them to succeed in their life. And I am very happy to mention that the school or the institutions has provided that landscape or the platform for the growth of the student. Over the past couple of years, I have a privilege of watching the institution shape not just the students but the individuals. Our students has become more confident. They can express themselves much more better way compared to what previously they used to. I still remember my first interaction when I was looking for a good environment for my son where we can find or where he can find a wings to his talents. And I still remember the first interaction with the admission coordinator when she was explaining me all the ways, different ways of teaching and the values the school implants in the students. One of the things that came out, or which was impressing, is that how they try to maintain a balance between the academic and the non-academic activities. It is not only the academic things that shape the future, but there are a lot of other activities that has to be balanced. Okay, and I have watched my son participating in a lot of other activities like debates or essay writing competitions on academic front, as well as he represented school in the sports like football, or inter-school as well as inter-district. That has made him very, very complete person. He is quite confident now. He can express himself very well. That is what I was looking when I was searching for various options for myself for this crucial years, and this will, I'm sure it will shape his future much better. When it comes to school or teachers, I truly believe that teachers play a very important role. In fact, they are one of the biggest support system for the student. Of course, parents are also there, but teacher also plays equally good role. I remember each and every interactions with the student, especially when we come to the all PTMs, where we discuss with the teachers, not only our strengths but weaknesses also, and try to work together to work on those weaknesses. I was very amazed to see the dedication and the patience of all the teachers. Having a so big class, I'm sure they must be encountering a lot of queries, lot of questions. Sometimes it might be very silly, but you need a patience to answer them. And I was very amazed to see that, how patiently they were answering all the queries. Not only during the school hours, but beyond that also. That made me that is extremely amazing. So thank you all the teachers for that, and implanting these values in our kids. Over the past few years, the students have learned something far more than what is taught only in the textbooks. They have gone beyond that. They have become much more creative and risk takers, which is an important characteristics which will help them to shape their future in the future. So, to the graduates, I would just like to say that when you step out into the outside world, which is full of lot of challenges, I would say that don't give up your curiosity. Curiosity is something that gives you power, motivation to move forward. In the field of research, when we try to devise a new experiment or work on a new problem, it is the curiosity which keeps us moving. Okay? So if you are not curious, if you don't ask questions, you won't be able to move forward. Think out of the box. Okay? It might be possible that while you're thinking out of the box or while you're thinking new, you might encounter failures. But don't fear of the failures. In fact, when something doesn't work in the research, we don't call it failure, we call it lessons learned. Okay? So something you learn from the failures. It's not completely failure. So don't afraid of to be a failure. Be curious, ask the questions. When I was growing up, I had a quiet time. When during the heat of the summer, we used to go to the terrace, look at the sky, and then ask a lot of questions. Okay, how do the stars shine? How do they help together? If you want to study them, do we have to go there, or we can study from here? I was asking the questions. That actually implanted seeds of finding the answers or doing a research. Okay, so always ask questions. Be curious. Don't be afraid of the failures. In today's world, which is called a digital revolution, there is a lot of opportunities to find the answers of your questions. You have ocean of information, but I would just say, don't get overwhelmed by that information. Pick up which is important for you and try to move forward. Okay? In today's world, when you step out, you will encounter a lot of people who are trying to be perfect or knowledgeable. But in today's world, believe me that the world needs people who are authentic, who are real. So try to be yourself, okay? Don't try to mimic someone else. I won't take a lot of time to you. I would end saying that keep shining and keep achieving new heights in your life. you are no longer just following a path, but rather you have a power to make a new path. Okay? And while doing that, you might encounter a lot of uncertainties. But believe me, these are necessary uncertainties. These are the moments of uncertainties that you will discover who you are truly. Okay? With that, I will just heartily congratulate all of you and best of luck for all your future things. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the observations throughout your journey at VSA and for those insightful and thought-provoking words. Awards shine bright as it catches the eye, a symbol of pride, a token of might. Awards bring joy and show we care. We now begin with the much-awaited award ceremony. The first category of a special award is for outstanding leadership, and the award has 3 recipients. May I request Mr. Ravi Pai to present the first award. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of this award has been selected on the basis of the initiatives taken at SHILP, a person who has been a good team player and has been an inspiring personality all along. The first recipient for outstanding leadership goes to Arna Anand. Thank you, sir. May I request Selvi ma'am to present the award to the second and third recipients. The second recipient for outstanding leadership is Neeraj Preenan. The third recipient for outstanding leadership is Shatakirti. Thank you, ma'am.
The award for academic excellence is given to students who have performed consistently at the highest levels. May I request Ritubali ma'am, the head of ICSC and ISC, to do the honors. The award has 2 recipients. Excellence is not being the best, it is doing your best. Excellence is never an accident, it's always the result of high intentions and sincere efforts. The first recipient for academic excellence is Dashana Mincheri. Academic excellence is Vedika Sriman. Thank you, ma'am.
The next category is the Spirit of Service Award. May I now call upon Srimati Dhanalakshmi Unnikrishnan to give away the award. This award is given to students who believe in giving to the society and have been a willing participant in Shilp Sparsh events, dining area and other events of selfless service. The award goes to Neeraj Preenan. Thank you, ma'am.
The next category of awards for all-round performance is shared by 2 students. May we request Mala Ma'am, Cambridge Liaison, to honor the first recipient. Academics, co-curricular and sports. To be an achiever in 3 diverse fields is rare and thus is presented the All-Rounder Performance Award. The first recipient is Dashana Mincheri. Thank you very much, ma'am. May we now request Shainu Mohan ma'am, middle school head, to honor the second recipient. The second recipient for all-round performance is Kushi Nahar. Thank you very much, ma'am.
The next category of our special award is for exemplary conduct. May I call upon Radhika Pai ma'am to do the honors. The award for exemplary conduct is shared by 4 students. The selection of the recipient was based on personal qualities such as a person who upholds the rights values of the school, leads by example in handling teenage challenges, and possesses the amazing quality of congeniality. The first recipient is Kushi Nahar. The second recipient, ma'am, please wait. The second recipient is Vedika Shrima. Thank you, ma'am. To give away the award for exemplary conduct to the third winner, may I call upon Mr. Anil Aldrin, Sports Director, to present the award to Anya Pinto. Thank you, sir. To give away the award for exemplary conduct to the fourth winner, may I call upon Major Kunal to present the award to Ayman Ahmed. Thank you, sir. To give away the award for innovation and enterprise, may I call upon Mr. Bharat Chandra. The recipients of this award are celebrated for their entrepreneurial mindset and their venture products that have found a way into today's market. The award goes to Maharth Ramachandra, and Khushi Nahar.
Thank you, sir. Next is the 100% attendance award. We we would like to call on stage Major Manohar Sir, Director HR, to give away the award for the 100% attendance to Anya Pinto. Anya, your 100% attendance is a testament to your outstanding dedication, reliability, and commitment to excellence. Thank you, sir.
The award for perseverance recognizes individuals who have demonstrated remarkable determination and resilience in the face of challenges. This award honors those who have pushed through obstacles, overcome setbacks, and remained committed to their goals, inspiring others with their unwavering dedication and perseverance. A living testimony and an epitome to all the above said is our very own Dr. Dayanand Pai sir. May I request Mr. Ravi Pai to do the honors. This award was instituted when VSA celebrated 25 years of excellence in education, and we are extremely honored to continue this legacy. One student who endorses these qualities is presented with this award, and the award for Dr. Dayanand Pai's award for perseverance has 3 recipients. The first recipient is Manvi Hemram. The second recipient is Mithya Kompella. And the third recipient is Pranati Chandra. So please stay on stage for the next felicitation. You will definitely agree with us when we say that our students truly stand out from the rest. Well, the obvious question is how? They are forever blossoming, viewing things from a global perspective, sensitive to people and things around them, exploring and looking beyond what is offered. They demonstrate unique qualities, push boundaries, and make a significant impact. This being true of Shilpites, we should acknowledge these qualities by choosing the best among many who epitomize these virtues. This being the most prestigious award for the day, may I request Mr. Ravi Pai to give away the highest award, the Shilp Shresth Award for 2025-26, which goes to Kushi Nahar. We request the parents of Kushi Nahar to join her in this moment of pride. Heartiest congratulations. We indeed are honoring her vision, hard work and dedication, that today she is an example and an inspiration. Parents. May I request our next parent representative, father of Mithya Kompella, to address the gathering. Mr. Karthik Kompella is a brand consultant with a focus on purpose-led branding. He is the author, editor of 6 non-fiction books that have been published by Penguin, Springer, Sage and Kogan Page, London. His books have been endorsed by professors from Harvard, Wharton and the London Business School, to mention some. He is also a novelist with his last novel published by HarperCollins. He's passionate about clean air and climate education. May I request Anya Pinto to present the bouquet to Sir.
Good morning, Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Unikrishnan, Kalai Selvi ma'am and Ms. Ritu Bali ma'am, teachers, fellow parents and students. It's a privilege to stand here today and address the graduating batch of 2026 of one of India's finest schools. Today marks the culmination of a 12-year journey across 2 campuses, both of which I will remember with great fondness. We dropped off a young girl in grade 1, barely 3 feet tall, completely unsure of what lay ahead. Over the years, we watched her and her friends grow not just in height, but in thought, confidence and character. And at every step, there were teachers and coaches who were quietly shaping who they were becoming. Was it always easy? Not really. Was it always fun? Not really, especially through the COVID years. Did we always have the right answers? Speaking for myself, no. Did I wish I had done better at times? Yes. But let's not allow the sentiment of today to hide the challenges we faced, because it is those very challenges that strengthened us, built relationships, and left us with memories that will stay. And I think it's fair to say that we all did well, very, very well. Almost as well as the students. Kalai Selvi ma'am and Ritu Bali ma'am, thank you for creating an environment where students are not just taught, but allowed to grow. You have built a culture where the values of RISE are not just spoken about, but lived every day. Respect in the way students listen, include, and engage with each other. Integrity in the choices they make, even when no one is watching. Spirit that burns bright, undiminished by adversity. Excellence in the quiet, consistent effort to do things well. And to all the teachers, thank you for your wisdom, your patience, and your encouragement. Teachers who encouraged the quiet ones who thought deeply, who understood the restless ones full of energy who didn't know how to direct it, who guided the rebellious ones, recognizing that behind the defiance was often confusion, fear, or the need to be heard. For the many hours when our children were out of our sight, they were in your capable hands. And you helped shape not just what they know, but who they are becoming. And for that, as parents, we'll always be grateful. A word for students. I remember nearly 40 years ago walking out after my last board exam with a sense of relief that I can't quite describe. I went straight into a theatre in what turned out to be one of the most thought-provoking and honestly one of the most depressing films I've ever seen. But it stayed with me because it taught me something simple, that life is not meant to be watched from a distance, it has to be lived. And as you step out now, you're entering a game called life, and my advice to you is simple: play. Play as much as you can. Don't hold back because of the fear of failure, because that fear will show up again and again. Let me give you 2 examples to illustrate the importance of playing and failing. Rahul Dravid, one of the finest cricketers to have ever graced a cricket pitch, once said that he failed more often than he succeeded. A score of 50 is considered respectable. Yet he did not cross 50 in 410 out of the 604 innings that he played for India. Roger Federer, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, won just 54% of the points he played in matches that he won. Think about that. Even in victory, he was barely winning more than he was losing. And these are not average performers. These are legends. And yet, their success is built on repeated failure. So if they can embrace failure, so can you. So play the game, take the shot, make the attempt. Because over time, it is not the fear you avoided that will define you, it's the chances you took. And to the parents, Today is also a moment of quiet transition. For years, we've been closely involved in their lives, their routines, their decisions. Now we step back, not because we have to, but because we should. Because the true measure of what we've done is not how much they still depend on us, but how confidently they can move forward without us. So today is not just their milestone, it is ours as well. To the graduating class of 2026, the world ahead will challenge you, surprise you, and often confuse you. But if you stay honest about what matters to you and keep showing up even when things get difficult, you will find your way. Congratulations and all the very best to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You have shown us not just what can be dreamt, but what can be done.
Excellence is not a skill, it is a habit. An excellent quote by Aristotle. We now request the teachers of individual subjects to give away the Subject Proficiency Awards. The Meritorious Performance Awards are given based on the aggregate scores drawn from each one's performance in ISC 11 and 12, respectively. These reflect absolute hard work and consistent performance by all the winners. May I call upon Harveen ma'am to do the honors. The Subject Proficiency Trophy in English language is awarded to Mithya Kompella. She has been consistently scoring the highest in English language. She has a natural ear for the cadence and rhythm of English, and every time she articulates a thought, it is as if the language itself has been elevated to a new level. Her words aren't just heard, they're felt, remembered, and admired. Thank you, ma'am.
The Proficiency Trophy in English Literature goes to Avantika Ranjan. Sadly, she's unable to join us today. May I call upon Usha ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Mathematics. This Proficiency Award is awarded to Dishana Mincheri. His consistent excellence is a testament to his dedication, perseverance, and passion for learning. With each passing exam, he has continued to raise the bar, consistently delivering outstanding performances that inspire us all. Thank you, ma'am.
May I call upon Priscilla ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Environmental Science. It is awarded to Anya Pinto. Her passion for environmental science is noteworthy, and her dedication to interpret the complex relationships between human and natural systems is truly commendable. Thank you, ma'am. May I call upon Madhushri ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Award in History to Khushi Nahar. Her unambiguous grasp of the historical forces that has shaped our world and her thoughtful insights into the human experience across time and cultures are an attestation to her intellectual curiosity and passion for the subject. Thank you, ma'am.
May I now call upon Srilekha ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Political Science. The recipient of this award is Khushi Nahar. Her astute analysis of systems, theories, and ideologies are impressive, and her ability to think critically about complex governance issues is a hallmark of a true scholar. Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Sissy ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Physics. The recipient of this award is Dishana Micheli. He has demonstrated a clever and intuitive understanding of the underlying laws and mechanisms that govern our universe, and his passion for exploring the mysteries of physics are inspiring.
May I call upon Monica Khanna ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Chemistry to Dishana Mincheri. He has shown a profound and nuanced comprehension of the intricate relationships between molecular structure, properties, and reactivity, and his enthusiasm for exploring the wonders of chemistry is contagious. Thank you, ma'am.
May I now call upon Pallavi Sunil ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Biology. The recipient of this award is Mithya Kompella. She has demonstrated a deep appreciation for the wonders of the natural world and a keen insight into the biological principles that underlie our existence. Thank you, ma'am. The Subject Proficiency Trophy in Commerce and Business Studies goes to Shweta Reddy, but she's unable to join us today. May I now call upon Noshin ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Economics. The recipient of this award is Vedika Shrimal. Achieving success is nothing but a matter of achieving equilibrium. And who better than our rising economist to portray this? Her grasp of economic concepts, theories, and models is exemplary. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request Riya ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Accounts. The recipient of this award is Shata Kirti. His mastery of accounting principles and his ability to prepare, analyze, and interpret financial statements are exceptional. He has shown a probing awareness of accounting in business decision-making and a high level of proficiency in applying accounting standards and regulations to the real world. Thank you, ma'am.
Requesting Deena ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Computers. The trophy goes to Dishana Mincheri. His expertise in computers is impressive. His discerning insights of computational principles, algorithms, and systems, and his passion for harnessing technology to drive positive change is inspiring. Thank you, ma'am.
I would now like to request Zaida ma'am to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Home Science. The recipient of this award is Anika Bhakshi. Her knowledge of home science principles and practices is outstanding. She has displayed a keen understanding of the interconnectedness of nutrition, health, and environment, and her commitment to promoting holistical well-being is truly admirable. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request Ms. Moira to give away the Subject Proficiency Trophy in Psychology. And the recipient of this award is Anika Bakshi. Psychology is the key that unlocks the mysteries of the human mind, and our award recipient has shown unparalleled skill in turning that key, revealing profound insights and fostering personal growth. Her deep understanding of the complex factors that influence human thought and behavior, and her empathy and compassion for others are truly remarkable. Thank you, ma'am.
Requesting Padma ma'am to give away the subject proficiency trophy in art. The recipient of this award is Anya Pinto. Her creative talent and artistic vision are inspiring, and her ability to express complex emotions and ideas through various art forms is commendable. Thank you, ma'am. It is indeed a moment of pride for the achievers, parents, and their mentors. Heartiest congratulations to all. Let's give them a big round of applause once again.
As Henry Ford says, the harder you work, the more successful you get. May I now request the following lead educators to hand over the folders to the graduating batch. I now request the students to rise and remain where they are. Ms. Padma, Ms. Deena, Ms. Jyoti Chadda, Mr. Uday Kumar, Mr. Hegde, Mrs. C. George, Ms. Zaida Khanum, Ms. Amina, Ms. Madhushri, Ms. Padma, and Mr. Bharat Chandra. We have amidst us students who have proved to be a perfect blend of all the qualities that any achiever seeks. We will now felicitate the young achievers with proficiency awards for having attained the highest scholastic average in various subjects. Merit certificates are awarded to students who have scored an average of 80% and above in various subjects. The folder contains merit certificates and souvenir of best wishes from the head of school and the educators to the graduating batch and a pen. Thank you to all the lead educators.
It's now time to hear our students speak. May I request Khushi Nahar and Ayman Ahmed to deliver the valedictorian speech.
at 8 years old, when I stood on the mound around the mango tree to preach to my fellow classmates as to why the chair slam was the most brutal WWE move, I didn't worry much about how my argument sounded. I just stood there with the conviction and unshaken belief that I was right. As a 5th grader, I was heartbroken when I got the Confident Speaker Award in one of the Shilp Encounter events. But I still tried next time. As a middle schooler, for the first time, I got to start my speech with "Good morning everyone, my name is Ayman Ahmed from Vidyashilp Academy" in an inter-school speech competition. I rehearsed that one line more than I rehearsed the entirety of my speech. Good morning everyone, good morning everyone. My speech started at 3 p.m. Not long ago, while standing under this very spotlight, I forgot the lines of the poem I was slamming at one of our school's conferences. The silence was deafening, almost like it had asked a question and I could not answer. And only this time, I didn't have the opportunity to rewrite the same sentence 5 different ways to put together something that looked like a paragraph and weasel my way out of it. There were times all of us were scared. Then we became confident, overconfident even. Our naivety navigated into unknown realms. We were anxious about how we would perform and then anxious about the results. There were times that we were excited to go out there and express ourselves, but terrified of the evil eyes looking at us from the shadows. Every single one of these experiences has prepared us for today. The opportunity to be on this stage, and for me to share my last few words as a Shilpite. The special part about today is that every single one of us here has gone through the same personal journey. Our paths have twisted and turned, overlapped on the way, become parallel for some moments. Some have had steep climbs, others had slippery downhills. But today, for this one day, we've all stopped at the same time to think about how far we have come and how far we still must go. My sincerest hope from all of us here today is that we find the courage and ambition in us to fiercely pursue our dreams and make a mark on this ever-changing world. Because that would be the greatest form of rebellion against the tyrants that lead us today. The realization of the fact that we are capable of anything we put our minds to is the simplest and yet most profound skill that we as humans possess. But in all of this excellence, in all of these pursuits, I hope that we can find in us the humility to love and appreciate those around us. Be gracious for what we are given. Waltz to great music. Be the reason someone smiles. And become people that seek joy above all else. One must imagine the Sisyphean task we call life not as monotonous, but as a series of great endeavors with dramatic changes in scenery. Each time the course becoming slightly different. Let us not forget that we are here not to endure life, but to grab its reins and steer it into the direction that we want. Even the wisest minds once didn't have their wisdom. Even the driest leaves were once the ones towering above the canopy. The potential in each of us can never be exhausted. And for all of us on the stage here, if none of what I said before resonates with you, let's take a page from a cultural icon, Remy's book. Yes, Remy, the rat chef from Ratatouille. The only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability. Thank you.
On a bright, chirpy morning as this, let me have the privilege of greeting our dear ones for one last time. Respected teachers, principal, and my fellow classmates, we all have walked into not one, but 3 gates to be precise. The water bridge at Vidyasagar that stopped our tears. The royal gates of our old campus that made us all kings and queens, or so we thought. And the timeless watchtower here that reminded us that the time is ours to shine. So much for the physical space of our school. I do not remember much from those days, but I do remember this. Other school books looked like neat, meticulous, disciplined work, while ours looks like an art project that had gone a little out of control. If the chapter was about plants, I would somehow find a way to add glitter, and I used to take that very seriously. The best part about that was we expressed our love for the subject in a way that we wanted to. helping us make the subject our very own. As we grew older, that feeling only became stronger. Then came the big year, grade 6. Suddenly things felt different. Our uniforms changed, the classrooms felt bigger, and there was this unspoken understanding that we were not little kids anymore. I remember all those talks about how we were growing up, the whole butterfly turning into a caterpillar phase. We were told we were transforming into something more, and we believed it. We were introduced to a whole new horizon of subjects, and each subject required us to question, seeing the world beyond what was written in our textbooks. During history classes, it never felt like I was just sitting in a classroom. It felt like the curtains had been pulled back somewhere, and suddenly I could see everything unfold. There were kings in front of me with their monumental mustaches, and nobles with their Persian hats. It was like I could almost see them, like paintings coming to life, like scenes from a movie playing in front of me. But more than anything, as teenagers, we started looking up at our seniors and thinking this is where we want to be. We wanted to grow up, we wanted to become adults, we wanted to make our own decisions. And now that I'm here, standing as those very 12th graders we once looked up to, well, I guess we can say we got it all a little wrong. At the edge of becoming young adults, a part of me wants to go back to when things were simpler. Cut to the past. In 10th grade, our class teacher, Ms. Srilekha Chatterjee, walked in and said one thing: you will make mistakes, and when you make that, come and tell me the truth, because I know how to get you out of it. And that stayed with me, because that is when I realized that the most fundamental thing this school has given me is the opportunity to make mistakes. I was given the chance to make my own decisions, to be confident in them, and more importantly, to learn from them. It is said that life comes down to a few decisions, and we were yet to make one of the trickiest of them all: commerce, or science, or humanities. Do we choose what we're passionate about, or do we choose what feels safe? It was something we didn't know yet, something we didn't have answers to. And I think that is when it really hit us that maybe becoming an adult is not about having all the answers. It's about learning to deal with not having them. We were not really the kind of batch that was completely invested in boards. We were a fun batch. We realized that we wanted to do something more than just sit in classrooms. We wanted to organize, we wanted to create. And so we did. We launched Lakshya 2025, an inter-school commerce event that we pulled off in spite of the many odds. We ended up coming together at one place, one time, along with our teachers, and we pulled off one of the most chaotically perfect events. Looking back, I'm sure we all vividly remember the smaller, simpler moments, the ones that existed quietly between all the chaos, like the days when it rained on campus. Even though we had strict instructions to stay inside our classrooms, we ran out into the rain, getting drenched, dancing like no one was watching, laughing at things that maybe would not make sense to anyone else sitting here. After 12 years of calling this place my safe haven, it's time to say goodbye. And nobody really prepares you for that. So let us all forge ahead. Let us take those decisions even if we're unsure. Let us make mistakes even if we fail. And let us navigate forward even if the path ahead seems uncertain. Because no matter where we go from here, a part of us will always belong here, in these corridors, in these classrooms, and in these memories. And maybe that is what makes it so hard to say goodbye. But doesn't that also make it so special? Thank you.
Thank you.
It is a tradition at Vidyashilp Academy to felicitate people who enable the school to function properly and smoothly. Requesting the following representatives to receive the acknowledgement. May I first request Mother of Manvi Varma, Ms. Ramachari Varma, to join us on stage. I would like to request Arav Jetty to present the bouquet. Let's have a big round of applause for him. Thank you. I would now like to request Father of Arav Jatti, Mr. Siddharam Arvind Jatti, to join us on stage. I would like to request Niharika to present the bouquet. Let's have a big round of applause for Sid. May I now request Mahat Ramchandar to present the bouquet to Ms. Sushma from Phase 1. Sushma ma'am was the class teacher for this batch of students on stage. May I now request Guru Dutt to present the bouquet to Ms. Pavitra. May I request Dhruv Ravi Kumar to present the bouquet to Ms. Kamna. From the Admission Department in Vidyashilp Academy. May I request Fateh Singh to present the bouquet to Mr. Rupesh from the Finance Department. May I request Chirantana to present the bouquet to Miss Minnie. We'll definitely give her this bouquet later. May I request Sana Chawla to present the bouquet to Mr. Akshay Kumar Das from our security department. May I request Manvi Verma to present the bouquet to Mr. Mahesh from the sports field and support staff. May I request Bhuvan Bhandari to present the bouquet to Miss Hema from the paper unit and Shilpan counter. May I now request Ahan KP to present the bouquet to Mr. Manju from the admin block.
would like to call upon Shatakirti and Vidya Kompella to deliver the vote of thanks.
We arrived as strangers to the same corridors, carrying names that meant little beyond ourselves. Days slipped past quietly, almost unnoticed, until they began to gather into something more. Somewhere between beginnings we barely remember and endings were only just understanding, we became more than we were.
Dear Principal, dear teachers, dear parents, our honored guests, and of course, my fellow graduates. Good morning to everyone. After all the glorious 12 years, standing here feels ethereal, and we owe it to all of you for your unwavering support throughout this journey. Let us begin with none other than our principal. Your leadership has shaped our school experience in countless ways. I still remember those unexpected classroom visits or surprise rounds, how the whole class would suddenly sit up straight and even act extra attentive. But beyond those moments, these moments is what reminded us to stay disciplined and consistent, even when no one is watching. Not just for those 5 minutes, but for life.
Creating a great deal of memories, next in two is none other than our teachers. This thank you comes with countless memories. The times you gave us just 5 more minutes to complete homework we clearly hadn't started. For showing up for us every single day, even when we didn't. For answering the same questions multiple times. For pushing us when we were capable of more. And for somehow managing to make sense of chaos, both in the syllabus and in us. A lot of what we're taking with us isn't just content, but the way you taught us to think.
We would also like to thank our sports coaches. Your constant encouragement and dedication in helping us win laurels year after year has not only kept us fit and active, but has also taught us discipline, teamwork, and dedication. Walking through these clean corridors every single day, we often overlook the people who made it possible. Our maintenance staff. They are the people who ensured our classrooms were ready for us every single morning. And they are the ones who helped us organize every event. And of course, those moments when we all made a beeline to the washroom and you constantly drove us out. Even as we said, Aide Aidu Nimshanti, your contribution has been an important part of our daily school life, and we are truly grateful.
To our parents, this day is yours as much as it is ours. From waking us up on mornings when we begged for just 5 more minutes, to waiting outside exam centers, asking how the paper was even when we didn't feel like answering. The late night stress, the quiet encouragement, and the patience through all of it. Thank you for the support that often went unnoticed in the moment, but mattered more than we realized. To our guests, thank you for being here today and making this occasion even more memorable. Your presence means a lot to all of us.
And now to my fellow graduates. When we say our friendships are priceless, it is in moments like trying to learn an entire chapter in 5 minutes. Or when someone said, this is an important question, and suddenly the whole class depended on that one person. It is in the times we laughed during serious classes and then tried to control it when the teacher noticed. And who can forget the classic moment when someone said, Ma'am, will this come for the exam? As if that was the only thing that mattered. As we move forward, we all will go in different directions, meet new people, and face new challenges. But these memories, this place, and the people we have met here will always stay with us. Not just for 5 years, but for many more to come.
We're leaving with more than we planned to carry, with moments that only make sense now, at the end. A lot of it felt ordinary while it was happening, but that's what made it ours. We won't stay here, but this will stay with us, in who we remember and in who we become. We wish everyone success, happiness, and the courage to embrace whatever comes next. Thank you.
Thank you.
I now call upon Neeraj Prinand to share his thoughts.
Good morning to everyone here. This is a very impromptu thing. I just wanted to say whatever I felt in my heart about this batch and about the teachers. So firstly, I would like to ask for a round of applause for our batch. This has been one of the most memorable times of my life. I know I sound like a 8-year-old, but it is ironic that when you're younger, you always wish to be older. And when you're older, you always wish to be younger. And that's the same thing I can say here. I really enjoyed my 11th and 12th, and the reason for my enjoyment has been the people here. And I can't express that enough. The amount of friends I've made for life, and I will never want to leave them. But we are moving apart. Apart from that, of course, the teachers also are part of the cohort as well. So I would like to share some personal experiences about teachers. Thank you, Usha ma'am and Monica ma'am. When we were commerce students, me and Rashad used to come to your class and used to let us stay there. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am, for calling us buffaloes and sending us out. Nausheen ma'am, thank you for making your classes interesting. Srilekha ma'am, I'm going to reveal your secret here. Thank you for ordering food for us in class. Madhushri ma'am, thank you for conducting our Viva. Bharat sir, if you can hear me, you've been with us when we went to Youth Ideathon Delhi and when we went for several competitions. You bought us food at the airport. Thank you so much. And Siji ma'am, I know I wasn't part of your class, but I've heard excellent things about you. Bindu ma'am, how can we forget you? You've been an excellent class teacher, but I'm not going to say what happened in the class. For any teachers I've missed out on, I'm sorry. But Riya ma'am as well, I can say, you have an accounts teacher and I've been working with some account students and you've shown genuine care for them. Thank you so much for that. I don't think Pallavi ma'am and Sandhya ma'am are here, but they have been my teachers as well. And they've been excellent. They've been so kind towards us all. And thank you so much to them as well. And Ritu ma'am and Salvi ma'am, thank you for always approving of our events, even when we do our shenanigans. You always manage to find a way to handle the situation. Thank you so much. And before I leave, I'd like to say a few things. So, the first thing would be that when a person had asked me, is it the journey or the experience that matters? It's neither. I think it's the people that are along the way with you. And I think this cohort has shown that to me. And then just one last thing before I leave you all. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Don't be envious. There's always bigger houses going to be there. What matters more is the people who are in those houses who love you loads. And that's to the parents who are there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neeraj. And I think we're not very happy for letting those secrets out. Thank you.
I'm also so glad to say that Minnie ma'am has been able to join us. I would like to request Chirantana to present the bouquet to Minnie ma'am.
Thank you. I finally call upon Manvi Hembram to share her thoughts on how the school has played an important role in shaping her overall personality. She is a national level taekwondo player and has a balanced outlook in both academics and sports.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear guests, respected principal, parents, and of course, my fellow peers. My journey at VSA began in preschool. For 16 long years, these hallways have been the very backdrop of my life. I have grown up within these walls, and while many talk about the legacy of an institution in terms of its results, I stand here today to talk about the legacy of its support. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education." At VSA, character isn't just taught. It is forged through the way the community shows up for its students when the world outside feels uncertain. Talking about character, this batch has a lot. The strength of the VSA support system became real for me long before I understood what boards or career paths even meant. When I was just 6 years old, my life wasn't defined by the simplicity of the happy-go-lucky attitude. Behind closed doors, my mother was fighting her second relapse with cancer. As a child, I was petrified to leave her side. In a world full of mandates and rigid rules, VSA chose compassion. The faculty and the counseling department didn't give me ultimatums. They made it their personal mission to ensure that I felt safe on campus. They didn't teach me my ABCs, multiplication, addition, division. They taught me that I wasn't alone. They helped me find my footing when the ground beneath me felt like it was ever shifting. Now, a decade later, that same support system has allowed me to stand on this podium, not just as a graduate, but as a student athlete and a 4-time Asians bronze medalist. We all remember the big 10th boards, that crucial juncture where the entire world tells you to put everything non-academic on hold. Yet, when I was selected to represent India at the World Championships, VSA didn't ask me to choose between my books and my country. They told me to give my best on the world stage, promising that they would catch me up academically when I returned. Guess what? They kept that promise in 10th grade and then kept it again in 11th when I was selected to represent India at the Asian Championships. So, to the faculty, the sports coaching staff, and most importantly, our incredible teachers, it only seems befitting to thank you for seeing us more than just names on a mark sheet. Thank you for nurturing our spirits as much as you nurtured our minds. Because of you, I don't leave here with just a diploma. I leave here with the knowledge that character is built through resilience and reinforced by community. VSA has been that community. It has been my constant for 16 years, our constant for 16 years. And as we move forward, I hope we carry that same spirit of unwavering support into the world. So once again, congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Manvi. Now I request the audience to rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
In conclusion, I congratulate all the students once again. You are truly the best of the best. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with stars, each one a story, as you now begin yours. Thank you all for being a wonderful audience. We request everyone present here to join us for lunch in a dining hall. The batch, they celebrate